During the first 2 weeks of August, more than 300 volunteers with the Civil Air Patrol participated in a disaster response drill. The exercise, titled Southeast 15, stretched from the state of Kentucky in the north to the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico to the south. The scenario featured a Category 5 hurricane that delivered a massive blow to the island of Puerto Rico before sweeping up the Florida peninsula, then moving across the southeast United States. At the same time, an earthquake struck the New Madrid fault line. It was all part of an exercise to test the Air Force Auxiliary's ability to support a major disaster response effort.
Today's is a culmination of Southeast Region 15, which is a regional level exercise, but each wing within the region is participating. Our training is very unit-based or locally based, and this is our chance to integrate everything we do across the entire spectrum. So where a local member is actually affecting missions throughout their group and throughout the wing, which is really, really important. And sometimes we don't get the chance to see that. This is a chance where a unit from Group 1 right now may be responding to a tasking in the Group 3 area. Not normally done, but due to weather, due to the conditions, that's really, really key. The recent rains and flooding that have been experienced specifically in the Tampa Bay area, Hillsborough, Pasco, Dixie counties, that weather has added not only a realism to the exercise, but a real-world response to support the State Department of Emergency Management. We've actually been taking aerial photography and providing that data back to the state to be able to do damage assessment. And again, it's not localized to one unit responding to their backyard. We've actually had to leverage units because of the current weather out of area. So again, a member from Group 2 from Jacksonville may be responding to aerial photography tasking north of Tampa. So it allows our members to cross group boundaries, unit boundaries, and get that experience of working across the entire state. And then we can take that and feed it into the region picture. To all the members of Florida Wing, number one, the focus and the realism that you've applied to it, is hugely important. And what you bring to the table, the individual skill sets, is what makes our organization better. Not working individually, but working as a team. So what we've learned in Southeast, how we refine it and how we do better, not only as individual squadrons, member squadrons and groups, but as a complete wing working together as a team. So that would be the most important thing to us, is taking this and learning how we integrate better as a teamwork.
In some areas, the training exercise ran concurrent with real-world tasking from State Emergency Management. In other areas, the U.S. Air Force utilized the event to evaluate CAP operations.
The Civil Air Patrol receives about $25 million a year from the Air Force at a national level to purchase vehicles, aircraft, comm equipment, those sort of things. We are required to provide the oversight to ensure that those assets are used properly, they're tracked, and they are accountable. I'm here today to provide some oversight for the Florida Wing's part of this wing level exercise. This training is very important for the Florida Wing because they do this on a regular basis when they're tasked with 1st Air Force. Today's case, this WLE is part of a much broader Southeast region exercise that's been building for about the past 2 weeks now. The region's been affected by several natural disasters in a short amount of time, so we have assets from all the different states to include assets from other regions. Kentucky and North Carolina are playing this weekend. I know that the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and FEMA are also playing a part of this exercise as well. The Florida Wing is also doing real-world missions where they've been tasked by the Florida EMA to take pictures of some real-world flooding taking place just north of here in the Tampa area. So they're very busy and very active doing that as well.
Safety was a priority for the more than 100 air sorties flown and more than 12 ground sorties completed to fulfill requests for damage assessment images from the Federal Emergency Management Agency and Army Corps of Engineers.
Today we're doing a multi-regional disaster relief exercise to see how well we can work together with local and state agencies in a cohesive manner to be able to react quickly and efficiently to any disaster that may hit the state of Florida or surrounding region. My role in the exercise is mainly to oversee that while the exercise is completed successfully, that more importantly it's completed in a safe and efficient manner where none of our people are injured or put in any jeopardy of being injured. We're working today at Sarasota International Airport. It's an airport that is in use by commercial and general aviation traffic. We have to be cognizant of the fact that a lot of the pilots and other people in this area are not Civil Air Patrol people and may not adhere to our rules and regulations. So we have to be extra critical on how we deploy our people and how we look ahead to make sure we don't have any inherent dangers coming at us. Well, you know, we're in Florida here. We face dehydration, heat, bugs, anything in a southern climate. The weather for the flying today is marginal. You know, we live in Florida, and this time of year we have nice mornings and bad afternoons, so we constantly monitor the weather. We will not send our crews out if there's any danger with the weather, and that's one of the things that we closely monitor.
Civil Air Patrol, the official auxiliary of the U.S. Air Force, is a nonprofit organization with 58,000 members nationwide and operates a fleet of 550 aircraft. In its Air Force auxiliary role, performs about 85% of continental U.S. inland search and rescue missions as tasked by the Air Force Rescue Coordination Center, and is credited by the AFRCC with saving an average of 70 lives annually. Major Jeffrey Carlson, reporting for Florida Wingspan News.